Blighty Boxing with Frank Warren and Queensbury Promotions down here at the Queensbury Ibox gym, and we have a new arrival, Mr. Archie Sharp. Archie, I suppose the obvious place to start is tell us how this has come about, why it's come about.
Well, I think it's fair to say the last couple of fights I've had has been a bit flat. There's been a few factors, but no excuses. The training's been good. But me and Richard, I've been with Richard since for 18 years now. I've been with Richard since the age of 7. And I think we just had to run our course together. It's not to do with his training. His training's very good. But like I say, it's just we just come to. He turned pro trainer when I turned pro as a fighter, so his experience in the pro game is very little. He's basically learning as we go. As an amateur, everyone used to want to go and train with him because he had the experience there. And obviously, our box gym is flying. I know Al anyway. I've known Al for a very long time, and I trust Al's work. I've seen Al's work, and I've
been sparring quite a lot there recently.
Yeah, I've been sparring recently. Yeah. And like I say, I think it's the best move I've done, 100%.
Emotionally, how hard was it to make that break, to pluck up the courage inside to make that call or have that meeting to say what you had to say?
Do you know what, me and Richard, it's not about the money, it's not about the fame, it's not about anything like that, it's just about me succeeding. And he and myself, he kind of pushed it to me before I mentioned it anyway, so it was definitely on the cards, mutual decision. I still speak to him every day. I spoke to him today. There's no hard feelings there. He just wants me to go on and do well. And like I said to Richard, he'll always eat off the same table as me because I'll never forget the 18 years that we've done to be where I am now.
Do you think perhaps after you talking up, in your own words, 2 flat performances and just saying, but you've got to analyse it and blah blah blah, do you think maybe as the trainer you saw it coming, because that's normally the first thing that a boxer looks at, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say, yeah, because like I say, we trained very well, and it just got flat. And like I say, when you're in the ring, I think you can just see that me and Richard are like a brother sort of figure now, and it's just like I say, we've just outrun our course at the minute, and he said about Alan as well. Sat down with the team, MTK as well, and yeah, that's what we all come to the decision to come with Alan, and thankfully Alan accepted me coming here as well, training out of his gym. Because it's alright me wanting to train with him, I just wanted to know, do you know what I mean? It's for him to allow me to come in here, and he has, and we've got on really well. It's our 2nd week now, and things are flying. I'm feeling come back to myself again. I've got that buzz, being around other pros as well, it helps.
Do you think when you have these professional relationships that are based on one-on-one, do you think that firstly they can go a bit stale, secondly you can lack a little bit of discipline where sometimes the fighter starts calling the shots and saying this time I'm going to train
100%.
and it shouldn't be like that.
100%.
And sometimes it can be, and sometimes they don't tell you, they stop being honest with you and start telling you things they think you want to hear.
And that's all what's happened here really, exactly, you hit the nail on the head, and that's what happened here. Listen, Richard's got me to number 3 in the WBO world ranking. I know it's number 4 now because Shakur's come up, but it's got me up to number 3 in the world. I'm beaten 19-0 still, and I'm only 25, so he's done a tremendous job with me. It's just time to move on, get the experience now, and I'm literally 2 fights away from a world title shot, so I had to make the decision now before it's too late.
It's interesting that you use the expression about getting the experience now, because all your sound bites over the last year or so has been about world titles, fighting him, and almost saying I'm number 3 in the world, I don't need any more experience. Is it your mindset now, but you do need the experience?
No, do you know what it is? I say experience from another trainer, because he picks things up that me and Richard wasn't actually picking up. For example, where I would be after I throw a right hand. Because we got so used to each other, so used to the pads, it's never come to either one of us to pick it up. Come here, I was like, right, Arch, boom, boom, and listen, I'll still fight for the world title tomorrow, it's not a problem. I know I'm at that level. I generally believe in the UK and world, I've got all the shots in the book. I know that. I've got more talent than a lot of fighters. Do you know what I mean? A lot of fighters. My problem is, where me and Richard have been together so long, it just never come out. I've never shown anyone. Richard knows what I've been doing in the gym. Al's seen it as well, coming through the years. I've got more talent than people know. and I haven't shown that yet.
Will I have a more forensic look at things, like you say, a really technical breakdown of everything you do?
Well, I think that's what it is as well, because see, I say about learning and getting experience. When I was going into the gym, we were just getting in there, going through the motions, right? Bags, pads, bad pads. I'm coming in there, I'm working on things now. So I've got every shot in the locker. I've got every foot movement in the locker. Always have done. I've had that since the age of 7. That's what won me every national title. Do you know what I mean? Was because of what shots I had and my footwork. And me and Richard just literally got to a level 1 in WBO, and we just stayed there. Do you know what I mean? We stayed at one level. It's no one's fault. But now we're here. Within 2 weeks or a week and a half, like I'm buzzing to get back out and show them what's going to come, because I feel like a new fighter.
You've got people to bounce off now, haven't you? It's gonna, maybe people say when they stay back and watch someone else spar, you can learn something from that. Now you've got all these youngsters. I mean, they're calling you granddad already, aren't they?
Well, exactly that. They're all young, all hungry, all coming through the rankings. You know what I mean? All unbeaten. So it gives me a kick up the arse to get myself going again and go, right, do you know what I mean? When someone's hitting the bag, they do 8 rounds, I'm doing 10. I've always had that mentality and always done that through, but in my other gym, which I'm still going to use for my strength and conditioning, because listen, we've all been a team, no one's getting forgotten about, do you know what I mean? We're still friends, speak to everyone all the time, but when it comes to actual elite professional fighters, it wasn't that in the gym. Here, you've got all these young prospects coming through, all want to put a number, even your man there, Dennis, do you know what I mean? They've got a lot of great talent coming through, and it gives me a kick up the arse to just get back to myself again.
I mean, you can do your day work over there, can't you? Because this is an evening job, isn't it, here at the Ibox? So.
Well, it's routine, like, not, routine, do you know what I mean? Al tells me to be here, I'm here. If he tells me, Archie, you're at 3, I'm here at 3. If he tells me to be here at 6, I'm here at 6, do you know what I mean? So I'm listening, I'm dedicated. I've never really dedicated my training to the sport, but my life has always been running around doing this. I've always been active. This is the first time now I've literally forgot about everything. I'm waking up, I'm training, I'm going home relaxing with the wife and the kids, going back to the gym, going home relaxing. I'm living a proper, clean, professional life, and that's what I'm doing.
So that post-mortem that you promised, or you said you were going to do after that Jeffrey O'Forey fight, did it sort of begin and end at your training arrangements, or did you dig any deeper and look into other things?
If I won that fight, which I don't think I'll be making this movement now. I know I won the fight. I mean, if I won that as clear, I wouldn't have made this move ready to go on. Do you know what I mean? It was, and look, Jeff O'Forey was underrated as well. He was a tough fighter to take. You know what I mean? The fellas boxed up a welterweight or light welterweight against some good kids, Harrow Davis. Now I'm only a super featherweight at the end of the day, so that was a risky fight to take in the first place. I took the fight, got the win, and this is my point. I'm where I am now by doing things 60%, 70%. Now I'm living 100% lifestyle to this. Oh, please watch. Al knows what he's doing. I've had a good chat about it again today. Got some very good plans lined up, and that world title shot with Jamel Frampton is 100% happening. Jamel is now signed with MTK.
Yeah, saw that.
So it's in the stable. It's in the it's in the management stable now. Do you know what I mean?
In the more immediate future, what do you think will happen?
Get out one more time before Christmas for sure. Get out one more time.
And that's the one where you're really going to want to show something.
100%. I got over it. You know what I mean? Listen, I know I was the flashiest kid. I was the flashiest fighter. I had the flashiest shots everywhere. The flashiest footwork. Yeah. And it's just kind of got complacent. I've just got complacent. I just got to get stout. But now the excitement's back, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm buzzing.
You don't want to be coming out of the ring feeling apologetic, do you? Sort of making, sort of having to say things, oh, it's not me, I can't talk about these names. You don't want to be coming out with that sort of rhetoric.
And I'm a very honest fighter. Other people could look at that ring and they're going, oh yeah, but this. I don't make no excuses. I was in good shape for that fight. Dates got moved around a few times, don't get me wrong. When I was in Tenerife in the camp, it did get pushed back and forward, back and forward. But there's no excuse, I was in good shape. And I just, flat performance. After 8 months out, yeah, fair enough, whatever else. But like I say, made a decision. It's a very big decision for me to make. Me and Richard are very, very close. So it's a massive decision, and that just goes to show how serious I am about this and how serious I'm going to put a performance on.
And so finally, thankfully, it's not a decision that impacts on your lifestyle or your family life, is it? Because Hawkinson, Bromley, it's nothing, is it?
No, exactly. We're all on top of each other. I'm still 19 and I'm 25. fourth in the WBO world ranking, and I'm able to make a decision that hasn't affected my career. Do you know what I mean? I'm still winning, and I'm still making good decisions, and I'm still, that's the main thing, I'm still winning.
Don't have to pay gym subs when you come here either, do you?
No, well, I haven't spoken about that, but lovely.
Sponsored by your promoter.
Queensbury, yeah, of course.
Good stuff. All right, Arch. Cheers,
Lovely.
mate.
Thank you,
Good
Richard,
luck.
yeah? Thank you.